Hudson Valley's independent policy study group, Pattern for Progress, hosted across the aisles with Congressman Chris Gibson and Congressman Sean Patrick Maloney. It seems today that there are more things for you and Congressman Maloney to agree on than disagree these days.
Well, listen, that I think is our duty, is to find common ground, to serve our constituents, and we have been doing just that. We did it with the Farm Bill. We work together. We don't agree on all issues, but it's our duty to find the areas where we do agree and to work to get that done.
Among the topics discussed at the forum, the congressmen are aligned on efforts to aid Hudson Valley farmers, services for veterans, ethics reforms, and infrastructure improvements. Railway safety, however, was the critical issue of concern, intensified by the Metro North accident last week. With national focus on the accident, Congressman Maloney reintroduced the Rail Crossing Safety Improvement Act in Congress the very next day.
One of the things that happens when there's a tragedy is that people focus, and I do think it's important to make progress while people are focused, and that's what my office has been doing for the last 24 hours. It does sometimes take a tragedy to get people to focus, but the second tragedy is not doing anything. So we introduced legislation last year to speed up, to get what's called positive train control on all these trains. It's real simple. It's remote control. Use Wi-Fi and GPS. It can stop the train if the engineer can't, because he's zoned out or because there's a terrorist attack or he had a heart attack or whatever it is. We can do that. It's not that complicated. We should be doing it right now. 95% of rail fatalities happen at crossings. This is where people die. It's actually not in the derailments. It's people getting killed because they're in the crossing for one reason or another. So it's just common sense, and my legislation would do that. I've spoken to the chairman of the committee about it, who's been very supportive. We're going to do it in a bipartisan way. So I believe we will get that program reauthorized. We'll get the money for it. To the tune of about $100 million a year, by the way, a significant investment.
The congressman introduced the Railway Safety Improvement Act, and you're on board with that with him as well?
Absolutely, and look, I think there's going to be a strong bipartisan consensus. We're working on an infrastructure bill, as I alluded to moments ago, and I would tell you that we're going to work on the federal level to make a difference, but there's also some concerning data out there. I've looked into this. The number of tragic incidents at crossings has significantly declined across the country, but not in New York. So, we as a state need to be looking into what's going on. Why are we different from everybody else? Now, there is a federal role to play, and we will do so, and I'm honored to be with my colleague, but we need the state to look into this too, why it is that we're an outlier. Why are we not doing as well as some of the other states?